'tis the season for holiday romances, and today we're gonna be reading a few of them together. Any of my bookmas videos, this looks very familiar. Can't stop with the U-log and my Christmas decorations. I'm just feeling very, very festive, and there's snow on the ground. It is literally so cold outside. I don't want to leave my apartment, so what better chance to get cozy to read holiday romances than now? Me and Thor, he's so silly. He doesn't like to be held. So me and Thor, we're gonna get snuggled up and we're gonna read some holiday romances. I actually started one on my Kindle, and it is literally called Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm so excited. This is my first holiday romance I've ever read. I'm already 15% into it, 50 pages in. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. We're following these friends. We're kind of jumping timelines where we're in the present and then we go back into the past. They've known each other for a decade because they both live in Chicago, but they're from Ireland. So far, every year they're going home for Christmas and they get the same flight, and we're just following that. I'm on chapter 4, which is 7 years ago. There's some trouble happening with flights in the current timeline. It's fun so far. Beyond that, I don't have too much to say because I'm just on the get-go, but I'm liking it. It's super, super fast-paced. It's super easy to read, and I'm excited to get to the rest of it, which I'm going to be doing right now. It's kind of giving People We Meet on Vacation vibes because they're always at the airport and they're doing the jumping timelines thing like People We Meet on Vacation does. Oh, and the banter, right from the get-go, I noticed this too. Their banter is so good and their conversations flow so easily. I'm loving that. So I'm on chapter 13 and I'm having so much fun reading this book. It doesn't even feel like I'm reading a book. It feels like I'm literally there with the characters and along on their journey. Sometimes when I'm reading, it feels like I'm actually sitting down reading words on paper, and that's fine, but this is very immersive for me and I'm really enjoying that. And then also I'm obsessed with the characters and their banter is so on point, and although it's a holiday romance, it doesn't feel so in your face holiday romancy, and I think that's because the female main character is kind of a Grinch, but the male main character is very much like Christmas spirit, wears a Christmas sweater to the airport every year, that type of vibe, which is, I think, very cute. It's also fun to see their past because in the present timeline, this is like their 10th year and they're kind of having some travel troubles. They're trying to get home to Ireland for Christmas and they're basically taking all these detours to try to get there because of transportation issues, and so we're following along that, which is a lot of fun. But sometimes chapters will start out with going back in time, like Christmas 4 years ago, Christmas 5 years ago, so on and so forth. I like seeing that. I like how also it's just like a little bit of the beginning of the paragraph, but the majority of the book is in the present timeline, so it doesn't get super confusing. But when we do go to the past, it's always like cute interactions, or you get little insights into what their friendship is like, and that's a lot of fun. I also like how they are friends since they've known each other for 10 years, but now we're getting a little more romance, and it's happening slowly so far, which I'm enjoying. I just think the characters are great. I love their banter, like I've said, and I'm excited to keep reading. We're currently in London. We'll see if they get home for Christmas and where this relationship takes them. I also feel like it feels like less of a holiday romance because there's a lot of other things going on not related to Christmas, like with the characters' work life or their personal life or like things like that get brought up. And of course, this book is set around Christmas time, which makes it fun and cute and cozy and holiday, but it's not, again, so in your face. But yes, I'm having a lot of fun reading this and I'm excited to keep reading. We have 60% left, so let's get into it. working with minimal daylight here, but I just finished Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh, and I wanted to give you my final thoughts. But I really enjoyed it. I am really happy I read it, and it was my first holiday romance. I thought it was so cute. I'm between a 3.5 and a 4. It was just such a good palette cleanser. It was so cute. It had a little bit of deeper themes. I feel like we really got to know the characters, and I really liked the setting and their vibe. Some things didn't really feel super developed and kind of came out of nowhere, but I wasn't really thinking about that too much since I was just reading for a good time. I'm really happy I read it. I think this is a great holiday romance that's literally called Holiday Romance, and I think it's a part of an interconnected standalone series she has. There was another one called Snowed In, and I think that might follow another one of the brothers. I would really recommend it if you got to spend Christmas with them, and I feel like their relationship bloomed very nicely, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, it was just such a nice, light, quick read that I really honestly flew through. Again, it didn't feel like I was reading when I was reading, like it felt like I was there with them. If you're looking for a holiday romance, Holiday Romance would be a great book to read. Next, I have Love Light Farms. I'm really excited to read this purely because of the cover. I'm judging this book hardcore by its cover. Ugh, the sun is going down. The light is leaving us. But I definitely am hardcore judging this book by its cover, and I think the cover is so cute, so how could the book not be cute? We'll find out. All I know is that this main character owns a Christmas tree farm. It's in some financial trouble, so there's some fake dating with her best friend, which the book I just read was kind of like a friends to lovers trope. I also think, ooh, the sun is disappearing very quickly. I love when the sun sets at 4:30. I think I'm gonna listen to In a Holidays by Christina Lauren as well. It's only 7 hours, so it's a pretty short audiobook. So I literally finished In a Holidays in a day. It was so good. I had so much fun reading it. Thought it was really cute. The main character being in her head kind of got annoying. I don't like the phrase pick me, but it was just like, girl, you're being delusional. Get over it, you know? So basically the premise, I don't know if I talked about the premise at all or if I talked about it at all. The premise is that our main character is on this holiday trip with her family that they do every year with like her family friends. And then of course she's in love with the son of these family friends, and she has been for her whole life. She ends up in a time loop reliving this Christmas holiday over and over and over. She is getting frustrated that she keeps getting sent back to the beginning, and it's this whole thing. I was guessing what the conflict would be, but it wasn't what I thought it would be, which was cool. I like when things surprise me. I was like, I got this totally figured out, but no, it wasn't that. Really liked our love interest and their relationship and how that grew. I also like how kind of this situation emboldened the character to take actions in her life that she wouldn't have taken if she wasn't in this time loop. Overall, it was a super quick audiobook too. I listened to it. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to listen to. I've been on an audiobook grind recently. And then I'm on chapter 3. I'm really excited. I'm really liking it so far. I think it's really cute. I also like how a lot of these romances, we get female main character's perspective, and instead of jumping back and forth, I feel like that allows us to like connect with the character more. It develops a little better, and then you obviously like don't see the intentions of the male character, so it's a little less obvious like what both parties are thinking. I'm vibing with the writing style, so I think it's gonna be good. So I'm on chapter 13 and I'd say I'm almost halfway. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think it's really cute. It's not so in your face holiday. It started in October and then we're kind of slowly making our way through November. Yeah, I think it's really cute so far. I feel like we're getting a lot of them not faking the relationship, just life on this Christmas tree farm, life in this small town, and then obviously we do get to see how they're best friends and how they act together, and I think it's cute. I think I'm enjoying it so far. There are some sentences that I just get lost and confused. I'm like, what is she talking about? And then I have to reread it. Overall, I think it's really cute. I'm excited. We're kind of building up to the main event. Like all the side characters. I like that there's a little bit more backstory to the characters that they're dealing with, their family and the stuff going on with that. They seem to have connected and have similar losses in their lives that have defined them and really contributed to, and they seem to both have really, oh my god, I can't even, like, what am I trying to say right now? Both of the male main character and female main character seem to have a lot more depth, and I like that a lot. I'm excited to see what the rest of the story holds. Hello, I have been living in this shirt and sweatpants for the last few days, so it is not the same day. I'm a little further into Love Light Farms. I think I have less than 100 pages left. Yeah, like 80 pages left, so I'm hoping to finish it tonight. Let me mute my little U-log because she's going if I'm sitting in this room. Anyways, it's just so nice to have on in the background, especially if I'm reading. It's nice when I'm working, honestly. Normally I listen to Insight Timer. Oh, my arm is hurting from holding the camera. Normally I listen to like Insight Timer. They have a Zen Flow that's really nice, or an Elixir Magical Healing Music 528 Hertz. Those are usually the vibes, or a podcast, or just my playlist. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Love Light Farms. I'm like, what's gonna happen in these 80 pages? They have definitely spent more time together. I think the relationship's really cute. I love how much of the farm we get to see. There was like a little bit of an underlying mystery of things going wrong on the farm. We got to figure that out, which was fun. I love when there's like more going on than just the romance. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm vibing with the writing style. I'm vibing with the characters. And I don't have much to complain about, which is good. Sorry, I have like 70 pages left, so I can definitely finish this tonight. Alright, so my SD card with the review of this book broke. So unfortunately, this is Editing Emily coming to you live with my review of Love Light Farms. So I feel like I gave you guys throughout reading just like my thoughts and everything, and I actually really liked how it ended. I thought just the whole book was cute and a good time. I will say though, sometimes I just got confused. It didn't feel smooth reading it. I would get caught up and be like, what is the author trying to say, or like have to reread things because of the way she wrote sentences. But other than that, I had a good time. I think I'm gonna rate it a 3.5 stars. It wasn't like standout. I don't want to compare, but I liked Holiday Romance and In a Holidays better. Just take that as you will. But yeah, I would recommend this. I thought it was cute. I will probably read the next ones in her series. Will I buy them necessarily? I don't know, but I would like to like read them as like a palette cleanser, or like if I'm looking for something easy. Excited to get to our last book, which is actually One Day in December. You can see it here, by Josie Silver. So let's get into that. Hello. It is literally like 1 degree outside, which is actually crazy. Well, not really. I'm kind of used to it, but it's pretty cold. We had a mild winter last year. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about One Day in December. I'm 100 pages in. There's some like things that are happening that I definitely disagree with morally, but that's not to say it's a bad book. It's just like the characters are doing things I disagree with, but that doesn't make the book bad. It just means the characters are doing stupid stuff that's gonna bite them in the butt. And I'm also like, where is this gonna go if they keep going down the path that they're going? I'm like, what's going on here? And I'm pretty sure this book spans multiple years, almost a decade maybe, because we're already 3 years from when the point of them seeing each other on the bus. Yeah, I just have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm curious though to see how it's gonna resolve. I kind of like that though, because then it makes me want to read more. What the heck's going on? How is this gonna be resolved? How are the characters gonna get from here to, I mean, it's a romance book, so end up together? I don't know. So I made it a little over halfway through this book last night and I decided to DNF it. I just don't really care and the characters are being stupid and it's pissing me off. I basically just skimmed to the end. Yeah, they just make dumb decisions. They're really rude to each other. I went on Goodreads after DNFing, as one does, just looked at reviews and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would have missed anything by reading the 200 pages I had left. And yeah, it just wasn't really worth it for me. Kind of disappointed. I thought I would like it more, but I think the idea is fun, just the execution was off. I saw on Goodreads too that it's a book about missed decisions, missed opportunities, missed chances, but that's fully because of the characters' actions and their decisions. They could have been the ones to fix the problems way sooner. Like, this book did not need to be 400 pages. I'm gonna DNF it. And that's actually the last book in this video. So kind of sad, but you know, there's so many books I want to read that I don't want to continue a book if I am not feeling it. So I'm not gonna give it a rating since I didn't finish it. I probably would have given it like 2 stars if I did finish it. I'm like, what's the point in that? I skimmed it, like I said, so I know like the premise of that it takes, and I'm like, you went so far down the line, like so far down the line into things that like took them away from each other, and I'm like, why? For what? If you want to read this book, give it a try. Maybe you'll enjoy it. It just wasn't for me, and that's okay. As always, thank you so much for watching. I am so happy you are here. I hope you're enjoying this kind of jumbled mess that has been Bookmas, but if you have read any of these books, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!